everybody, Joe from the Extended Clip of Zine channel here, bringing you something new. It's been a little while. I've received a few products this past week and I just needed to start going all over that stuff. So to start, I'm going to say a big thank you to Harry's Holsters. This is going to be his. I believe it's the Overlord edition. Let's get right into it. It's an inside the waistband holster. Granted, the shirt I'm wearing is supposed to be a medium, but it's kind of baggy on me, so it's kind of helping hide it right now. I'm a skinny dude. I'm 6 foot, give or take, and barely 150 or so pounds, so I'm pretty skinny, so me carrying something large like a Glock 19 is really hard to hide on me. But let's get into the holster. Here it is. That's how it looks on me. Granted, I'm wearing a black shirt, so I'm not sure how well it's going to be spotted on the camera, but that's how it looks on me right there. Turn around to the side for you. I'm not sure how well my lighting is going to be working. It's raining outside right now, so I was going to do it all outside. Let's take this off. Here it is. Harry's Holsters Overlord. It came with 2 of these clips. They're tuckable. One was on this side, and for me, as skinny as I am, when I had it tucked in, that extra clip was giving me a little bit too much belt bulge right here. I'm using a leather belt, a sturdy leather belt, and it was just sticking out too much. You could see it through my shirt, and I couldn't do that. So I took that clip off and just went with this, and it works great. I keep it a little bit loose so that you know, I can move it around and whatnot. But with that, the claw keeps everything close to my body, and like I said, with me being as skinny as I am, sorry, my cat's getting to the plastic bag that's on the bed. This claw right here helps keep things tight to the body, but this is also a first for me right here, is this wedge. This wedge right here is kind of like a soft to the touch rubber, and it's the first time I've used one, and with as skinny as I am, I love this right here. Maybe if you're slightly bigger, I can't say a whole lot about it, but if you're skinny, this will really help push that in while the claw is bringing this in this way. So what this does is that you can see that it's off center. So what it's going to do is push this side out and up while the claw is also doing the same thing. So this keeps it real tight to my body. Works real well. For you safety checkers out there, dropping the magazine. Yes, the magazine is loaded, but the gun itself was not. There's that for you. And a few things that I'm liking about this, let's get real close up in here, is that look at all the options you can have on this. I mean, I don't want to use the term modular, but this is what it makes me think of. Because I can tell you right now, let me get some of the options here. Like I mentioned, Harry's Holsters, thank you so much for this. He sent me just about everything I could use for this holster. And let me set this down for a second and show you exactly. Besides the extra screws and whatnot, we got this kind of clip right here. Goes into these notches right here, and it's adjustable that way. So if you want one of these big fat clips that's non-tuckable, hey, there you go. Similar style clip. This one goes across these holes right here, and it's cant adjustable and up and down adjustable, and it is tuckable from the looks of it. And then there's just these standard clips. These are tuckable. These are a little bit thinner, and like I mentioned, there was one on this side as well, but I took that off just to work for my build. But there's so many options you can have with this. Top of that, you can get this wedge, or you can get a foam wedge. That foam wedge is more just like a piece of triangle, or a piece of foam that's in the shape of a triangle, and it's velcroed on. You can move it and adjust it. This is like a soft rubber. This is in place unless I unscrew it. And with that, you're probably thinking, you know, well, what about the screws and whatnot? And not sure if you can see in there. I'm not sure if my camera's going to focus or whatnot, but you can see that this is fairly high up here. One, it's going to allow for suppressor sights if you so choose to put them on or need them or whichever. But they are used for these holes right here. You can see, well, I don't know if you can see, but I can see that there's screws in here, and that keeps them out of the way of scratching your firearm and all that good stuff. On top of that, just your RCS claw right here, wedge, pretty basic stuff for the most part, but just the ability to choose what you want on this holster is something I really admire. You can just, there's no, oh man, if I want this clip, I need to drill my own holes or blah blah blah, I need to customize this. This holster comes pre-built, so you can just add what you need and wear it how you want. It will work for you. Now, that being said, there are a few things that I don't want to necessarily nitpick about, but just some features that I feel could be touched up on. For example, slide this in here. So everything is covered, maybe just the edge, is, kind of peeking out, but that's rounded off. You're fine with that. That's not going to affect too much. And before I go any further, I should mention this is a Glock Gen 5, so I believe this is a Glock 19 Gen 4 holster, but they do work. I've received several holsters that are for the Gen 4, and it fits the Gen 5 just fine. Granted, I'm not using a light on mine. But back to this, one of the nitpicks, and probably the only one I have, is this right here. I don't want to make my camera go blurry, so I'm not sure how close I can get right here, but is this extra material right here? I feel that's not needed. Now right here, yeah, you can see it covers the slide. Now if this was trimmed, like right here, what can I use? Like right there, there's a smooth line to stay in line with the slide itself, and just take away this corner right here. I think that'd be fine. Like maybe just smooth out this edge, this high up edge over this way, smooth that out, and just take away this corner, because I feel that's unnecessary, and I've already gotten some unnecessary poking and prodding from this piece right here. Now it's all depending on how I'm sitting primarily, but walking around doesn't really bother me. But trying not to point the firearm at myself here, even though it is unloaded. I'm going to point it this way, and you can see how high up this is. This piece right here. I feel this could be taken away. Granted, yeah, I understand this is high right here. That's fine. Take out that corner. Just this corner alone, and keep it level with the slide height-wise. I think that'd be perfect. Granted, this is from what I was told, this is a first run. They've been working on these holsters for a good while, and they've just been released, but there's still some updates to come out for them. So hopefully me pointing something out like that will help for the next generation of this holster to come out. And on top of that, it's Kydex. Not a whole lot to say about that. It's an open bottom like that, so it's not completely covered, but I mean it protects everything just fine. This being the soft touch rubber, I have noticed that it grips your shirt a whole lot. So, and the rubber here, it's real good. It's nice and soft. It's it's rubbery, all that. But with that being said, it is a rubber, and like I mentioned before, there's two options. There's a foam one, which is slightly cheaper, and then there's this rubber one. Putting this in, it will snag your shirt and move the shirt a lot. For example, like I'm just gonna put this in, and I can feel it already tugging on my shirt, pulling it down, making it tighter on my neck. So I'm just gonna tug my shirt up a little bit, get this situated. Now, like I mentioned, that second clip would have been over here, and that kind of pushes out on me. But here it is. So the claw is doing its work. Let me situate this a little bit. So there's that. Like I said, I'm a skinny dude, so this is gonna bulge on me no matter what. But I'm working with what I got. And here's that corner. I hope you can see it from here, but if this was just slimmed down right there and make it more level with the slide itself, because that protrudes quite a bit. Not necessarily for the sights, but just this corner. Just hack that corner off. I think that'd be great right there. That way that extra material isn't pointing out in that direction right there. But back to the that foam, or not the foam piece, the rubber piece. Say you're in the bathroom or something like that, you know, like earlier today I went to Walmart, Walmart and Meijer, took out, you know, I had to take it out because I had to go to the bathroom, and when I went like this, I undid my clip, and it brought my shirt up with me, just like that, and just boom, right there. But I mean, that's not necessarily a nitpick, it's just something to be aware of. This is the first time I've been using one of these, so I mean, hey, everyone's gonna learn. If you've already been using these, then hey, you probably already know, hey, this is gonna grip your shirt. So it's not a complaint. It's just something I'm new to and have to get used to, and not a problem. But overall, I really do like this holster. There's a few companies out there I've tried out, and some of them are fairly basic holsters, which is fine, but they're kind of overpriced for what they are. I'm not going to name any names right now just because it's like I don't want to bash anybody else, but there's some basic holsters where something similar design, minus the, you know, you don't get the claw, you get a hook or maybe a metal clip, and that's it. This, you get options. I mean, they're pre-drilled, all of that, and you can put on whatever clip you want and or need. And if you don't want the claw, take the claw off. You don't get the claw. You want the claw, keep it on. You want a pad? Get the pad. Put it on. Everything is accessible. It's something I absolutely love. Now, granted, this extra piece right here, does that add such a tiny bit of bulk to the holster? Yes, it does. If you're skinnier than me, then that may or may not be a problem for you. But I'll tell you, it's so minuscule. Your belt goes right over it. It's fine. But someone may be nitpicky about that. Because you might get some lint in there or something like that. But for the most part, I like the design. It's different, and it's very, very modular. Very modular. So, very quick overview of this holster. I'm going to be doing some comparisons in the future of this holster comparing to other holsters, how they fit on me, and what they might do for you. Like I mentioned, I'll be going over that in the future. This is just a quick overview of what this holster is, and it is the Overlord from Harry's Holsters. Go to his website, check him out, get one, make yours, get it ordered, put it in your waistband, and keep yourself safe out there. You guys have a good one.